Hey guys, so I'm back at it with some more NBA 2K23 Michael Jordan Challenge. Alright, time to get into the shot.
You know when Michael Jordan is coming.
All right, Coach, Cleveland leads, Chicago inbounds. What can the Cavaliers do?
The Cavs trying to deny Jordan the ball. They actually two-on-one him without the ball. Elo trying to catch back up. The shot's up. It's good!
Let's go! Let's go!
Yes, sir. Winning shot. Doug Collins off the bench, and the Bulls have won.
You can never, ever count Michael Jordan out.
That never count me out. Oh, that was shorter than I expected. So we're just gonna do another game. Alright.
Michael was a different level, man.
And a beautiful view of the famous Chicago skyline. An appropriate dramatic setting for our game today at Chicago Stadium. Welcome, everyone, to Chicago. This is Kevin Harlan along with me, Clark Kellogg. And we've got David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines as we get set to watch the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, this should be a beauty.
You know, each of these teams, Kevin, has a guy who is in the running for the league lead in scoring. I'm, of course, talking about two guys that don't need introduction, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys try to one-up each other off.
Alright, we got outscore Wilkins, and we got to score 40 points.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two
high-octane
lineup, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Now here's Wilkins, following the miss by Michael Jordan. Koncak passes to Wilkins. To the paint, here's Rivers. The rebound by Pippen.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it, right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not
Jordan with the dunk.
Because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. And now for a little background on this superstar matchup, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jordan and Dominique have met up in the slam dunk contest twice, each winning once. It was just last year that Jordan won over Dominique in one of the most talked about and controversial dunk contests ever. I know fans are hoping we'll see the tie-breaking contest between the two someday. Maybe they'll settle for tonight's game. Back to you.
David, I can see it in my mind's eye. Those two going at it. Clark, no question, they're two of the most skilled dunkers in today's game.
And Kevin, it's just another thing that makes
With the
these meetings
Jordan
so
with the 3.
electrifying, so must-see TV. Hard to beat getting to watch two gifted scorers like this go at each other.
And the athleticism is right, just off the charts. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most, outperforming the other, could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column?
Jordan with the shot.
Because I agree, the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. The Hawks trail by 9. Webb with it. No points in the game hit for him. The jump hook. Malone, no luck. Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making
And
it all the way to
Jordan
the
with the
finals
dunk.
a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like these Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league.
And now the first timeout called here
All right.
for the Hawks.
First time out. Let's see. No, we ain't making no changes.
Chicago making a switch here. Armstrong's checked in. 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Webb. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Able to get to the hoop with those nice handles, leading to an easy finish.
From deep, Jordan, and the Bulls
Ooh,
another
the
3.
3.
Jordan letting the Hawks know his range is legit. He doesn't always have to penetrate. He can knock down the jumper, too.
Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with 2 expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and a new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed. And here is Webb following the 3-pointer by Michael Jordan. 5 on the clock. Here's Wilkins.
Jordan is an aggressive defender now. Excels at getting into his man and making things hard.
3-pointer.
Jordan with the 3.
10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
They've been the aggressors right from the start, asserting themselves from the very beginning.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. A shot by Wilkins, no good.
They both saw the lob open up, but it just didn't quite ferment for them.
And
So
a
close.
double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Bulls lead.
23.
Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. The Bulls leading by 15.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks start the
Jordan with
second
the
quarter. We've got Moses Malone. Rivers out there with Smith. Then there's Carr. And it's Wilkins in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Rivers after the made shot from Michael Jordan. Here's Malone. A beautiful reverse layup. Malone's got his second basket of the game. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court
Jordan with the
strategy.
3.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like him. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. Nice shot by Smith.
Known as a jump shooter primarily, Smith is also skilled at getting it done in close.
Jordan is doubled. Pippen outside. Trying his luck from deep. And the Bulls another 3. You know, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. And so Grant will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Cartwright, the pass to Jordan. Shoots a fader. Pippen dishes to Jordan.
Oh, Jordan with the dunk.
A dunk like that, even if you're wearing an Atlanta jersey. My goodness.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected,
Jordan with
but
the three.
that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
So for the Bulls, Kings checked in for Grant, and it's Paxson in for Armstrong. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Tony's checked in. Here's Wilkins over Jordan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Clark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Koncak and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10". So, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a battle for sure. And they double up Jordan, and stolen by Malone. Wilkins with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. It's slammed in by Wilkins.
Wilkins putting that staggering athleticism on full display with the wicked throwdown, really giving it to the Bulls. Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
The Hawks making a switch here. Willis is checked in, and here's Jordan outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 38 points.
Jordan really confident rising up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he sinks these outside jumpers.
Here's Rivers. The rebound by Jordan. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks to obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
The drive on Dominique's face is a sign. It isn't just about the dunk. He wants to assert some dominance in this matchup with Michael Jordan. Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show. His whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they
Let's
take
go,
pride in
Scotty.
it, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Here's Willis after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Malone. Wilkins trying to get open. Malone gets the bucket. Malone's got 8 points.
You know, part of what makes Malone such a good rebounder is his aggressiveness. I mean, and he also has a real nose for the ball.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Rivers. Clock at 6. It's Wilkins on the wing. Fader on the way. And that one is off.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. So welcome back, everyone, to the 3rd quarter of this contest between the Bulls
Okay,
and
so
the
we gotta
Hawks,
guard Wilkins.
where
He
Michael
can't
Jordan
score
and
any
Dominique
more
Wilkins
points.
have been going at it. Here's Jordan.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls
Jordan with the
only
dunk.
become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Paxson is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Cartwright. And it's Grant in at the 4. That's the group on the 4 for Chicago.
Tell you what, the fans are not feeling that at all, but there is no denying that Dominique Wilkins is a terrific dunker.
We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block
Jordan
shots,
with
too.
Both are fun to watch. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. And the shot goes in.
Another big night for Jordan. What a natural scorer he is. MJ simply can do it all.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Here's Wilkins. They need this over Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
Dominique Wilkins unafraid to put his body on the line, going right into that interior defense and getting himself fouled in the act.
At the line for 2.
And he makes both free throws.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket.
Please,
But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
90 seconds now into the second half.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Pippen, the pass to Jordan.
Jordan with a dunk.
And Jordan throws it down.
Jordan giving these Chicago fans what they want with authority.
You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
Here's Jordan. Good, and Grant gets the assist. 50 points for Michael Jordan.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside. These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And they double up Jordan. Off target from the
I
wing.
had that on the green.
Boy, that's a squandered opportunity there.
Come on.
Webb against Paxson. And the basket by Webb.
At least it wasn't
Webb's got
Wilkins.
his second basket of the night. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell
Sorry, Wilkins, but you ain't getting that ball.
Frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. Here's Rivers after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Shot clock at 5. Here's Concat. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Malone can't hit. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. As we get
And Jordan with the dunk.
Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively.
Let's go,
As you
Jordan.
can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level. And Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right. Offensive rebound. And Malone with the stuff.
Yeah, Malone showing you the bounce. How high he got up there. Dunking comes pretty easy to him. It's quite easy when you get that high up.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Purdue, he's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. Hodges checked in for Scottie Pippen. And Armstrong subbed in for Paxson. And then for Atlanta, Willis, he checked in for Koncak. Carr comes in for Malone. And it's Tony in for Doc Rivers. And Willis gets it to go.
With the rock inside, hey, Willis has one thing on his mind. Let's go to work.
Willis has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. The 3 ball. And that's collected by Willis. Hodges against Webb. Pass to Wilkins. Here's Carr. No good with the layup. And so it's the Chicago Bulls ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break.
62.
Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is
4-4. We can do this.
As this game
Keep
wears
defense.
on,
Keep all
you
D
have to be
on
so
Wilkins.
conscious of
Everyone.
Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Smith. Carr is out there with Willis.
Yo,
then it's
I think
Livingston,
Wilkins
and
bench.
it's Tony in at the 2.
What?
Now Tony
Now he got off the bench.
over to the wing. Here's Willis. It's blocked.
Imposing his will on defense. Purdue's teammates love when he makes hustle plays like that.
And Hodges kicks to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, you love the swagger
Jordan with
in
the dunk.
MJ's game. Going up high and throwing it down hard.
Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him
Jordan
to
with
put
the
together
dunk.
a run.
Chicago, Atlanta. It's a special matchup. And these fans feeling a little extra electricity from Michael Jordan in this one. Pass to Livingston. Carr with the ball. That one, no good. Great D that time from Jordan.
You know, something I like about both of these teams.
Jordan with the
Hawks,
dunk.
is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got
Wow,
younger
these
guys
people
like
in
John
Chicago are getting
Koncak
the show.
and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
The pass to Carr. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the
Jordan with this
nuances
dunk
of
again.
playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help
go,
young
Jordan.
players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
Let's go.
That's a great answer.
Get on that D. Get on
Tony
that D.
kicks to Smith. Up top, Carr. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Koncak gets the
Finally,
bucket.
they made a shot.
Koncak put that one right back where it came from. Good for a handful of boards per game is the big fella.
Oh, Jordan.
Jordan with the dunk.
Pretty artful dribbling display by Jordan there, and it completely
respect on his
baffled
name.
the defender.
Tony against Hodges. Tony the pass to Koncak. Here's Livingston, and the layup falls. Livingston's got his first points in this one.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see.
Jordan with the dunk.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
this is why
Jordan
you
got
just
66
can't
points
give
in this
Jordan a
game.
running start. I mean, once he has that, the launch pad is set, and he's going to ecstasy right through the air and on top of your head.
Kept alive. Tony the pass to Carr. And he banks in the layup. Carr's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Jordan inside. Basket good.
And Jordan is simply
Make
amazing
that
at finishing
and
through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
Smith the pass to Livingston. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Purdue, and slammed up by Purdue.
Sensational ball movement there. When you
What the
pass the
dunk?
ball like that, good things happen.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's Tony on the wing. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Smith feeling it out a bit. Just 5 to shoot. Koncak. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
The Jet that time quick to find the open teammate there.
Here's Jordan. And off the left
Jordan
side of the
makes
rim,
it.
and it swirls in for him. 70 points for Michael Jordan. Smith outside. Passes it to Koncak. Now Tony. He's guarded by Hodges. Tony the pass to Koncak. He gets it in there.
Well, their play has certainly gone to another level. You just wish they'd made this move sooner.
From the
Jordan with the dunk.
Goodness! Come on now.
Let's go,
This
MJ.
run, it's a haymaker, a knockout punch.
Kings checked in for the Bulls. Willis, he checked in for the Hawks. Free throw good, Jordan.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
Smith on the wing. Back to Tony. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Willis. It's hauled in by Purdue. It's been a one-sided affair for sure.
It is obvious and clear who the better team is.
Now here is Smith.
Oh, we won. Well, we won that game.
Second team foul. Now in the lineup for the Hawks. And
So Jordan scored 73 points. Wilkins
The Chicago Bulls
got 12 points. So
here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering
that's how we do it. That's how we do it.
overcome.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the video right there. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys.